Here's the GOATA ground-based warm-up. In order to take your game to the next level, it starts with an efficient warm-up. This warm-up is designed and formulated by GOATA, the greatest of all-time athletes, by the greatest of all-time actions. Through inefficient shoe wear, bad sitting, and improper training can all cause detriment to our body, leading improper movement patterns to our body as we move through space. This warm-up will help alleviate that and reinitiate proper movement patterns as we know how to move through space. The first one is child rockers. I'm going to be on my knees, fists width distance apart, fingers slightly pigeon-toed. I'm going to push my butt back and I really want to sink into the hips. Big key is really remembering heel away all day at the back and my toes are touching. But again, really rocking deep into those hips, maintaining a long, deep, compressed spine. After completed the allotted amount of reps, we are going to open the knees up to a 45-degree angle and perform the same movement, rocking deep into the hip socket as we really create that fluidity and durability in that hip socket. Next, moving on to the child rockers, toes tucked, moving the knees back to fist width distance apart, tucking the toes at the back and rocking back into the hips for the amount of reps prescribed. Maintaining on the outside edge the 4th and 5th metatarsals of the toe, really alleviating that foot, stretching the foot fascia. Once completed, we are going to go into the bolt rockers to squat. Rocking right back onto the flat foot, maintaining big toe, second toe straight, fist width distance apart. Once I've rocked back, I'm going to fall forward again and sinking back and forth. So the amount of reps prescribed. Once completed, we're going into child fly kickouts. Back on our hands, kicking the heels out, and then rocking right back into that child rocker, and then kicking the heels right out. Next, we're going to go into corners, sitting again, knees fist width apart, parallel position. I'm going to slightly raise my butt up in a seated position, and all I'm going to do is rock it back and forth, flying, creating that fluidity in that hip socket, creating durability, success for the mounted reps prescribed. Once completed, we are going to open the knees up to 45 degrees and then maintain that same corner rotation. Eyes are staying forward, eyes are driving over the foot. Once completed, we'll move into the hip mobility flow. Pulling your leg up does not have to be at a 90 degree, but try to perfect it every now and then in different positions when you perform this. Dropping down and holding it for the amount of time remaining. Once held for 60 seconds, we are back up on our hands and we are just going to do little hip rocks to the side for the amount of reps prescribed. Once completed, we will go into a single leg child rocker in that same hip mobility flow, back and forth. Again, tweaking your angle, and again, you can be creative, moving that foot in different positions, back and forth. Once completed, the amount of reps prescribed, we'll go back into the drop-ins to finish off our one side. Again, just like that skater stride, running stride, eyes stay over the knee, really creating that pattern of success that we use to move and utilize throughout space, but also training the position of our sport. Once completed, Really key that we make sure and move and prescribe the same amount of reps on the opposite side. If one side's tighter than the other, make sure to spend more time throughout the day. Once completed the hip mobility flow, we're gonna go into the synchronized dragonflies. Knees are gonna be fist width apart. Again, long and tall in the spine, heel away all day, and we're just gonna create some fluidity in that upper extremity, but also notice how my head is moving with the feet as I create that fluidity and durability all throughout the body. Once completed the prescribed amount of reps, we'll go into a single leg, keeping the one leg that's up in the air, trying to keep it as still as possible as we work the hip that's on the ground, really working in there. That I love advancing the stretch even more and prescribing that deeper mobility as necessary. Once completed, provide the same amount of reps on the opposite side. Next, we're gonna go into the world's greatest stretch, starting with one foot up, big toe, second toe straight. Again, emphasizing the heel away at the very back, sinking deep into the stretch, holding this for the amount of time that you feel comfortable. We go 3 times through on both sides. Once I feel I'm comfortable, I'm gonna drop my elbow to the ground and open up and close for 5 repetitions. Once I've completed 5 repetitions, I'm gonna open my toe up to the sky, unlocking my hamstring. Toe up to the sky is crucial, maintaining that good posture. Once I feel comfortable in that position and completed, I'm gonna finalize this flow with the Drew Brees triple wave stretch. Now here I like to rock, hold for 2 seconds, and then release, come back, and then rocking back forward into a little bit deeper, allowing that blood flow to release back into the body when I complete my repetition, and then slowly emphasizing a little deeper and deeper. Once completed, it is key to go to the other side and complete that 3 times through on both sides. To finish off the GOATA ground-based warm-up, we're gonna finish off with the GOATA half crawls. Again, starting on the ground, knees fist width distance apart, up on our hands here. What we're gonna do is, again, just kind of like the GOATA walks, how we're always emphasizing that pivotal, as our body's a pivot point rotational system, we are gonna really create that side-to-side athleticism as we engrave the innate movement pattern that we were once born with, as we tend to lose due to our improper training, our poor footwear, and the lack of knowledge through posture. Now here, I'll repeat that. I'll go to the opposite side. Again, starting feet fist width, knees fist width distance apart. If my right knee plants forward, then my left hand also plants forward. But it's key that I don't keep myself as a Lego Tin Man. I really get rotational pivots in every single time that I'm moving. Again, creating the athleticism every day. This is a ground-based warm-up that I personally use every single day, and also want to inform my athletes and others to utilize through personal experiences or exercises to help yourself succeed and dominate in your sport and life.